Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me on another Market Monday with a little less blurry factor, I hope. Hope that continues. So we'll get right to it. Delaware and Randolph counties saw just slight variations throughout the past week. Active listings in Delaware County went up just a few, and then pending about the same, and then the median days on market down just a little bit. And then Randolph County, similarly, they went one down in active listings, one up in pending listings. I'll let you guess what that means. And then the median went down from 61 to 48. But again, our sample size isn't huge, and so you'll see quite the variation from week to week when it comes to days on market. Let's talk about some national reports that have been out. So according to an NPR report that also spoke with the National Association of Realtors, I have a couple different reports there. They had the headline of "The U.S. just experienced the slowest annual sales of homes since 1995. So to break that down a little bit, reasoning for that is low affordability, which we've talked about before, and that basically comes from the increased rates that we're currently seeing, combined with the high value and the high prices of homes in the market today. Combine all that with a low inventory, sidebar that kind of comes from the lock-in effect, and kind of slow new build numbers. You get all those put together, and that is why our basically year-over-year sales are down quite a bit. So they talked about new builds. So that market share of sales is rising. It's about like 30%, I think is what they said. But those labor costs and those material costs are increasing, so they obviously cost more than what they used to. And then they also kind of looked into the future a little bit, and they expect that lock-in effect to decrease a little bit, kind of let up in 2025. And they were kind of hypothesizing is that people are now normalized to the current rates in between 6 and 7%. But keep in mind, there are always reasons to be moving. I have heard and have read they list the 5 Ds of why people are moving. And to quickly go over those, so it's divorce, downsizing, diapers, meaning you're upsizing in home, diamonds, and that's about getting married and combining households, and then death. And so you across the board, those really don't weight on economic factors, and so there will always be movement in the housing market basically because of those categories. There's probably some more, but those are the highlights. I mentioned the National Association of Realtors report recently. So even with all of that we just talked about, there was a late surge where we saw December's numbers year over year increase in sales about 2.2%, and then actually over the year, depending on when the report is. So when you talk about analytics, you say, oh, yeah, okay, year over year, but when does that year start? Is it June to June, December to December, whatever? In general, we're up about 9.3% year over year. So things are kind of increasing as we're going. It's just not enough to satisfy demand currently. Existing inventory, again, across the nation is about 35 days worth. So that's the absorption rate of how many homes are for sale and how long they take to be sold. So if no other homes were listed as of today, we would run out of homes completely in 35 days to buy or sell. Digging in a little bit more of those numbers, first-time home buyers consisted about 31% of the home sales in December, and interestingly enough, cash buyers were at 28% in December. So again, numbers are fun for me. It can identify trends and things like that, and so I like to keep an eye on them. On a local level, we are seeing basically all of that we just talked about, and it's obviously in smaller spurts, if you will. But that's kind of what we're seeing. I don't know if a prediction is the right word, but I do see an early spring, if you will, not in weather, unfortunately, but in home sales overall and home sales activity. So we briefly talked about that last week as well. So that's what I got. I appreciate you checking this out. And any other topics you want me to cover, just let me know. I'll be glad to. So until next time, I'll see you.